Hello, and welcome to Get In, We're Going Healing, a place where we talk about mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well-being to help you learn to let go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. My name is Tova, and I will be your guide. Excuse me. So today, what we're going to do, I know it's been a while since I've done a pick a card, so we're getting back at it. The guidance I was given was to get messages from our inner child. So today we will be getting messages from your inner child. So we're going to do 3 piles, and I'm going to pull some cards to give us a starting card, but I'm also going to set down something else to help you find it. So let's call in angels, guides, ancestors of those watching. Help us get clear guided messages so we know what we need to hear. Please show me what deck we're going to use to pull our 3 cards. Okay. The Heal Yourself deck. So we're going to give it a shuffle. As I am shuffling, oh, there's the church bells going on right now. So this might be a message of joy from your inner child. So as I'm shuffling, just reminding, my personal readings are open at this time. If you are interested in getting a personal reading, you can follow the link in the description box. Send me an email and we will make arrangements for that. Okay? All right. So what do we need to hear? I'm looking for 3 piles, please. 3 cards. 3 cards, please. It's 1. 2 more, please. Okay. Yeah, this would take that. Okay. All right. So we have our 3 piles. I believe that's upright. That's upright. Okay. So we have our 3 piles. If you like to pick with extra things, hang on a second. Okay. So as our messages from our inner child, our first pile, pile number 1, this is the minifig to represent pile number 1. Pile number 2, this is the minifig to represent pile number 2. And pile number 3. This is the minifig to represent pile number 3. So if you're new to pick a cards, you can choose by whichever minifig seems to call your attention. You can choose by picking a number from 1 to 3 and asking inside your mind or out loud which number is the best choice for me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then whatever number seems to be the one that's kicking out the hardest, that's probably where the message is. You can look at each one and see which one gives you like a zing down your spine or any type of sensation. That's going to give you the idea of which pile is the right pile for you. So whenever you've made your decision, I will meet you there. Okay, if you chose pile number 1, this is your reading. So let's begin with just the analysis of our minifig. So our minifig is a skeleton. So you might be feeling maybe a little dead, a little bit. You might be going through a transformation right now, a death. The death card in tarot would be transformations, endings of something so that something new can start. You might be feeling exhausted. You might be feeling bone weary, tired. Okay, all of those things are true. Now, again, these are messages from our inner child. Okay, so maybe this might mean something along the lines of your inner child doesn't feel like it's alive. Let's see what your cards has to say here. What did you get? You got pay attention to the signs. Okay, so the first message from your inner child is pay attention to the signs. So I think that, to me, that says that your inner child has been trying to get your attention, has been trying to show you something, has been trying to bring your attention to something, and you're not really noticing it. So your inner child is asking you to pay attention to the signs around you. Synchronicities, they can be number combinations that you're seeing most often. They can be a specific birthday. Sometimes you might see a certain number which translates to somebody's birthday. That might be somebody that's trying to connect with you. Your inner child might be showing you little signs of when you see something of a child having fun, and that brings up a feeling in you of any kind. Excuse me, that is your inner child saying, hey, notice this. I feel something here. This is something that affects me. Pay attention to the signs. Sometimes you'll hear something in a song lyric. Sometimes you'll hear something in an episode of a TV show or in a movie. A character will be going through something and the advice that is given to them might be the advice that you need. Pay attention to the signs. Okay? All right. So we're going to continue through fourth, and we're going to ask your inner child, pile number 1, where the rest of the information is coming from. All right. Inner child of those who are tuning in for pile number 1, where are the messages coming from? Thank you. They have directed me to the Light Seers Tarot. I'm going to give it a shuffle. All right. What do they need to hear? Inner child? Tell me, what do our listeners need to hear? Thank you. Okay. So your first messages are Judgment, Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Swords. Okay. So this first message, your inner child, I think, wants you, again, more play, more things like that. Because here we notice, here's this person, and their arms are held together like this. Are they crossed? No, they're open. But this emanating from the heart space, what you see is this person, the ghost of them, they want to dance. Their soul wants to dance. Their soul wants to be free. Their soul wants to enjoy, right? But they look like they're not able to. They're not able to get into that, right? They're wishing for it. Eyes closed, wishing for it. I think your inner child is asking you to let go of your judgment about being in a space of dance or fun or flow, because this is the change. Wheel of Fortune. You're meant to change. You're meant to grow. You're meant to spiral and dance and move and have balance between the light and the dark, the storms and the nice weather, the light and the dark. Right, the day and the night. You're meant to have balance between all of those things. The only reason you're not getting into it is you're the one telling yourself that you can't. Eight of Swords. Do you see how the reflection of the person in the mirror is all bound up? And she's in this thing of, I can't see, I can't go anywhere, I can't do anything, I'm stuck. But what we see here is that's actually only the reflection in the mirror. The real person, the reality, this person is not bound at all. This person is totally free. There's no blindfold. They can see. There's no bindings. There's no anything. This person, it's only the reflection, and swords are thoughts. So it's only your thoughts that are keeping you from allowing yourself to be in this space of flow, this space of dance, this space of freedom. It's you who's standing in your way. With Page of Wands on the underneath, your inner child wants to play. Pages are young. Those are the children. Look how she's throwing that wand in the air. Look at how she's just jumping. Her toe is dragging. She's just being silly. She does not care if anyone is judging her. She does not care if anyone says, oh, look at her, she's so weird. She is doing what feels good, and she's enjoying herself. Your inner child is asking you to allow yourself to just do what feels good and enjoy yourself and not worry so much about whether someone else is going to judge you or someone else is going to call you strange or weird. That's a them problem, not a you problem. You're supposed to allow yourself to just play. Okay, are we done with this deck? Hold. They said, okay, so where else do you want to go? Here. This is the Modern Witches Tarot. Okay. What else? Okay. Death in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse. There's the Page of Wands twice. King of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck. There's the Page of Wands twice. Okay. There's the first card was pay attention to signs. There's a sign. That's a synchronicity. A repeat is a synchronicity. Now this time, it's saying you're resisting the transformation. Death in reverse, you're resisting the transformation of allowing yourself to be silly, allowing yourself to just have fun. Okay, now we have here again somebody young. Okay, and we've got the page, and she's holding and she's looking at what's growing, what could grow. I feel like this is saying you're resisting the transformation because you're not looking at what could grow. You're only looking at the desert. See how behind her it looks like desert? You know, lack. And then here's the abundance, but there's nothing growing, nothing moving, nothing, developing. You're resisting the transformation that's designed to let you be that silly, that young person again. King of Pentacles on the bottom says you're in a space of lack. You're acting as if this is just not possible. That's a time that's come. They're saying it's a time that's come and gone. You're acting as if your childhood has come and gone, and that's a time period that you can never get back to. And now you're just weighted down into adulthood and the heaviness of adulthood. And you've forgotten that part of you, that child is still in you. That desire to be silly and have fun is still inside of you. This is where you are locking yourself in, Eight of Swords. This is where you are telling yourself the story that you are not allowed to be silly like that. You are not allowed to because you're an adult, and we've outgrown that, and adults don't behave that way. But who said so? Who said that? And the person who said that sounds like they don't know how to have any fun. Do you really want to listen to that person? Are they really the person whose advice you want to take and say, oh, well, they've decided they can't have any fun, which means I'm not allowed to have any fun? Is that really the direction you want to go? I don't think that's where I want to go. Life should be fun. Like that phrase, don't worry about anyone else. Nobody gets out of this alive. You don't get out of life alive. You will end, your life will end, and that will just be the ending. That's going to happen for every single one of us. So while you are here on this ride, while you are here on this journey, are you really going to choose and say, I'm not going to allow myself to have any fun because adults don't? Is that really the decision you're going to make? I mean, you only have a finite amount of time while you're here. Is that really how you want to spend the bit of time you have? Focusing on, I'm just stuck in this drudgery? I mean, it's your choice. You could do whatever you like. It's your life. But your inner child is asking you to allow yourself to play a little bit more, to realize there's more going on here. There's the Fool in reverse. Yeah, listen, there's a new start. You could start your life anew. You're the one holding yourself back with the Death resisting. Oh, dude, I'm getting chills. Like, do you see this? Like, let me break you. I don't know if you can see it. It's just all the hair in my arms just raised up. You're resisting the transformation that's going to allow you to have this fun, and will start your life anew. We'll start something brand new. We'll start a new experience, a new leg of your journey that is so much more enjoyable than where you've been. If you choose to make this change, to allow yourself to be silly, the Knight of Pentacles, it's going to pick up pace. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I should say. It's going to pick up its pace because Knight of Pentacles upright as it moves slow. He's taking his time. He's taking his sweet time. In the reverse position, it picks up speed. It picks up pace. What else? Ten of Swords. Okay, you still wanted to come out. I'm going to take you. Okay, Ten of Swords. In the reverse, Two of Pentacles with... Oh my God. Okay. This is a crazy combo. Okay. In this deck, this card is available twice. Once as the Ten of Swords and once as the Everything is Fine card. You got both of them. Okay. This message says, it is time for you to let go of the spaces in which people caused you pain, in which people betrayed you, in places where people have hurt you. Swords are thoughts. So your inner child is asking you, let go of that. Yeah, those people hurt you. It sucked. It really sucked. But in order for you to create balance between the past and the future, between the version of you were and the version of you you're going to be, encompassing the version of you that you are now, you need to realize that everything is not fine. Everything is fine in reverse. Both these cards came out exactly the same way. Okay, it's not like one came out this way and one everything is not fine. So what you need to realize, what you need to work on with this Two of Pentacles, right? This Two of Pentacles in the upright. Let go of the pain in which people caused you. They didn't know any better. I'm hearing the phrase, forgive them, Lord, for they know not what they do. In that sense, the idea that people who are hurting you don't realize what that does to them or to you. They don't get it. They don't understand. They're hurting you because they're projecting their inner wounds outside onto you. You're just the convenient target of what's going on inside their own mind. It's not actually you. It's a reflection of their inner world onto you. So when you let go of that and say, you know what, I'm just going to release that. I'm going to forgive in my own mind so that I am no longer harboring this pain. But it's that you have to realize all this stuff you've been pushing down and pretending it's okay. It's not okay. It has to come to the surface. Feelings have to be felt to be released. They cannot be thought, because then they are thoughts. That's intellectualizing your feelings. That's not feeling a feeling. That's thinking a feeling, which is basically just thinking. A feeling requires sensation. A feeling requires emotion. So these pains where people have hurt you, there is a need for you to not only let that go, but to feel the suffering that was caused by that temporarily. Okay, because feelings have to be felt. So if there is pain, if there's agony, if there's heartbreak, then you must allow yourself to feel the emotion of the heartbreak. Allow the sensation, and just step out of the identification with the emotion. So it's more like, I am experiencing sadness rather than, oh, I'm so sad. Saying I'm so sad is identifying with the sadness rather than acknowledging that you are feeling sad. Not you are sad. You are feeling sad. You are experiencing sadness, which means you are not trapped in the sadness. You are not bound to have to keep feeling the sadness. You are allowed to experience and then let it go and come back to who you are underneath. So there's a need for you to understand that everything is not fine because you're pushing that stuff down, okay? You need to allow yourself to feel it and release it in order to create balance. Allow yourself to feel all those things. That is how you're going to have your new start. That is how you allow the transformation to happen, because the transformation cannot happen if you keep pretending that it's all okay, because it's not. Your inner child is saying, I'm hurting. I'm hurting. People hurt me. People betrayed me. People caused me suffering and pain. And I don't know how to move past it. I don't know how to get beyond it. And the answer is to acknowledge, yeah, it wasn't okay. It wasn't fine. You lived in an experience that was really painful, and I am sorry that you lived that. You are meant to be the wise adult for your child. Oh my gosh, there it is. Chills again. You are meant to be the wise adult for your inner child. When your inner child did not receive the love and care and compassion, and instead received pain and suffering and betrayal and hurt. If that's the childhood that you had, that child is still waiting for someone to show up and give it love and connection and validation. She or he is still waiting. And what they need is a hug. What they need is someone to co-regulate with them. What they need is for someone to validate them, to honor them, to hear them, to see them, to witness them. For a second there, I feel like I sounded like I was testified. Witness them. But it's true. Your inner child needs to be witnessed, because that is likely what did not happen, given that we've gotten both the 10 of Swords and the Everything is Fine card, which is a whole lot of pain and agony, tells me that this inner child, that your childhood was very painful. And I am so sorry that that was the experience that you had. But what that means is that inner child, that child version of you, is still waiting for someone to give a shit about them, for someone to actually care and to witness their pain, Witness their joy. Witness their experiences. Witness them in who they are with full acceptance that they are loved, cared for, and wanted and valued. So the message that you are getting is, in order for you to get that, that's what's keeping you locked in your Eight of Swords. That's what's keeping you locked in, I can't have this playfulness. I can't have this silliness. I can't have this because I have to be a grown-up. No, your inner child is waiting to be let go. The Empress is on the bottom. Yeah, this is standing in your power. Whether you identify as a masculine or feminine isn't the point, because there's no gender in these cards. The Empress is about standing in your power, being open and receptive to what comes, not feeling the need to force and push, because the Emperor is the one that forces and pushes. The Emperor is the one that uses the yang energy to make things happen. The Empress is yin energy. The Empress is acceptance energy. The Empress is receptivity. So with the bottom of the deck being on both decks between Page of Wands, having that fun, allowing yourself to be silly, allowing yourself to be childish, allowing yourself to have a good time, you are meant to allow yourself to receive blessings from the universe. Receive. Again, we started with it to pay attention to the signs. So isn't it funny that we got the Death in reverse when your minifig is the skeleton, the Death? Okay. There is a transformation here for you, pile number one. There is change here available for you. But the thing is, being open and receptive doesn't mean that you are sitting there and waiting for things to just show up in your lap. It's about taking inspired action, because the Page of Wands can also be about inspired action, about seeing what you can do, about being excited, about, I've got this energy. What are my possibilities? What can I do with these things? Allowing yourself to explore your existence, explore your world, explore your experiences, rather than locking yourself away and saying, oh, that's just childishness, that's just childish behavior, that's just immaturity. I don't think you had the opportunity to be immature. Given that we've gotten the Page of Wands in reverse, we've gotten the Page of Wands upright, I'm seeing a lot of just being allowed to have fun without judgment. So allow yourself to have fun without judging. I should be doing this. I'm having fun, but I should be doing something responsible. Allow yourself to be in the moment and have the fun. What's it going to hurt? It's going to help way more than it's going to hurt. And those things that you're saying, I have to go do those things, they'll still be waiting for you when you're done. Now, I'm not saying there's always balance, right? I'm not saying Two of Pentacles, balance. I'm not saying to go and just shirk all your responsibilities and just go have fun. But I'm saying there needs to be balance between doing the responsible adulting things and allowing yourself to have fun and to engage with that child inside you. That child still wants to be seen. Okay, pile number one. So your advice here is that your inner child wants you to allow yourself to let go of the pain, allow yourself to let go of the expectations and the judgments that have been handed to you and expected of you, that kept you from standing in your power and being your most authentic self. Okay, I'm going to give you something, somatic exercise to help you move forward in your practice. Okay, oh, you got two of them. Okay, so your somatic exercise, if you have a singing bowl or you have access to a singing bowl, you're being asked to sit with a singing bowl. Okay, it can help reduce stress, promote relaxation, and enhance mindfulness. If you're playing your own, you definitely connect with the vibration. If you're listening to it, you can still get the joy from listening to it. If you're following my channel, if you go to my videos, I do have a meditation, a sound bowl meditation that was done in my online or in my in-person meditation classes that is recorded from our in-person event with sound bowls and a guided meditation. That might be something that you're interested in. I'll try to link that in the description box so you can find it, both the full class and the meditation itself. If you have your own, even better, okay? Excuse me. So if you're going to use it, breathe as you do it. It's focus on breathing with the sound and focus on the sensation in your body. You're also being given alternate nostril breathing. Okay, so this is Nadi Shahanda is the technique, and it's a yoga practice that's meant to balance the energy in the body and calm the mind. So the way that you do it is you're going to sit comfortably. You're going to plug one nostril, either the right or the left. Inhale through that nostril, then plug the one that you just inhaled through and breathe through the other one. Breathe out through the other one. So if you inhale through the right, plug the right, exhale through the left. Back and forth. Going back and forth like that can help balance the mind and balance the nervous system, okay? So both of those are good practices. I know I actually, as I'm saying this memory is popping up for me where I'm remembering that I used to kind of mess around with that when I was a kid, and it used to make my mother so angry. And she used to yell at me and knock that off. Stop that. Nobody wants to hear it. Stop that. And I've noticed that a lot of the things that I was doing, I was naturally using somatic exercises just on my own as a child. And I was often reprimanded for those things and told, knock it off, don't do that. Which is interesting because now that I'm learning these are somatic exercises, I was actually trying to regulate my nervous system as a child. You might have too. If you were used to doing silly things, you might have been stimulating yourself or balancing your nervous system when it was overloaded and giving it a way to work through. And you might also have been told, stop that. Knock that off. Sit still, sit straight. Don't do that. Be quiet. Don't be noticed. So if you did have a childhood like that, doing this somatic work can be so freeing because it helps you remember that that child was just doing the best thing for their nervous system. And it's okay to do that now. Nobody's going to yell at you, and they shouldn't have before. All right. So pile number 1, I hope this gave you the information that you needed. I hope that this helps you in some way, shape, or form. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you are enjoying my content. It does help me grow my channel and get access to more people that could get helped through these things. Okay. If you are interested in more help and guidance on your journey, you can follow the link in the description to my podcast, to all of my different content that I've helped, my socials to help people work through these things. And again, if you are interested in a personal reading, you can get that information as well in the link in the description box. You can also give a tip if you are interested. All right. So I hope that this helped you. And until next time, keep letting go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Love and light. Bye. All right, if you chose pile number 2 and the little woman minifig, then this is your reading. All right, so let's just looking at the minifig, see if it gives us anything. So what I notice about the different minifigs, this is the only one that's actually got a smiley face. This is the only one that's happy. So maybe your inner child wants to let you know that you're feeling really happy or it's really happy. Okay, let's see what your card is. Unleash your creativity. Look at that. All right, pile number 2. Yes, I do believe that your inner child is quite happy and is asking you at this time to allow yourself to be more creative. When we allow ourselves to be in a space of creativity, we're in a space of flow. We are in a space of allowing ourselves to just move things from our mind into the real existence. We allow ourselves to dream, to explore what can and what is and is not possible, what can and cannot be done, what we can and cannot do. We allow ourselves the opportunity to expand beyond the limits of everyday mundaneness, where it can just be dull drudgery as we go to work and we take care of our families and we do the things and we go to sleep and we get up and we do it all over again. Creativity allows yourself to remember how much fun it is to just create for the sake of creating, not because you're trying to accomplish anything, not because you're trying to make it perfect, but you're creating because it feels good and it's fun. Just I'm seeing a box of crayons and a piece of construction paper and just drawing as a kid, not because you wanted it to be perfect, but because you just had fun with it. It was just enjoyable to scribble, to see what you could do and to take that. So I think your inner child, pile number 2, is asking you to just allow yourself to get in a space of creativity and have fun with things, enjoy things. Okay, let's see what other messages they have for you. All right, for our pile number 2, inner child. Okay. Messages from your inner child. So this is the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. going to give those a shuffle. All right, what do we need to hear? Pile number 2's inner child. Okay, again, what do you want to tell them? No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Okay, what else? The initiation, rites of passage, crossing the threshold. Okay, anything else? Transformation, things are changed at a cellular level, deep healing. Okay. All right, let's explore them. All right, so your inner child is telling you that there's something that they want you to say no. I don't know if there's a choice that you have coming up that you're not sure. Do I follow this side or do I follow that side? Do I do this thing or do I do that thing? The answer is no. Either there's something that you're waiting on that you're hoping, you're not sure if it's going to be a yes or no, or you might have boundary problems where you don't know how to say no when you want to say no. Okay, so, but this is saying say no, okay? And let's see, what do I notice here? Thunderstorms, storms. Okay, storms come to clear out stuff. I see a pyramid. I see the cosmos. I see steps leading up. I think that this is saying that as you learn to say no, you're going to elevate. The next card is the initiation, rites of passage, crossing the threshold. So again, now we have this repeat sort of image. Okay, we have these stairs gradually leading up, and now we have this coming up the last little pathway up a mountain. Okay, and then into this new paradise where the storms aren't. Do you see how that storm again? Look at that. Look at that. And now we're coming into this beautiful space on the other side of it. Okay. I think your inner child is trying to tell you, and again, we've got transformation, just to finish this up. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. So what if this is what this actually looked like? Okay. What if this is what this looks like? Okay. Where you're going from the storms into crossing the threshold, and look at the colors are the same. Pink sand, blue sky or water. Look at that. What if this is it? Your inner child is trying to tell you that when you say no and you learn to have boundaries, you end the storms, cross the threshold into the transformation of the development of becoming a different person, of deeply healing and becoming a more healed version. Okay, I'm getting a message about healing wounds by cleaning them out so that they close up and heal properly. That's changing at a cellular level by changing chills again. By changing the pain that's sitting in that wounding, you actually change the composition of the emotional body by removing the suffering and letting it heal and close up, letting the cells knit back together and close up the wound for good. When you say no and you set boundaries, when you this is a lesson, okay? If it is rites of passage, this is a lesson. This is to grow up, to mature, to move from childishness. I was going to say childhood, but no, I'm hearing childishness. To move from childishness to more maturity. You're being asked to say no to something and let that be what moves you from something that was before. This is something that you need to do in order for you to grow. So to set that boundary will allow you to transform. So maybe pile number 2, there's something where you want to allow yourself to be creative, but somebody's telling you that you're not allowed to. You need to allow yourself to say no to what is other people's stuff being put on you, rather than saying no while still wanting it, but doing it because somebody else wants you to say no or wants you to do something. Allow yourself to hear your own inner knowing and let it take you to where you want to be. You'll become a different person. You'll heal deeply when you start honoring yourself. Okay? What else do we need to hear? Okay? Modern Witches Tarot. 10 of Wands, heavy burden. Carrying the weight of other people's expectations is a heavy burden. Page of Pentacles. Learning to be the apprentice. Learning to learn. Learning how to learn. Learning new things. Okay. What does our pile number 2 need to hear from our inner child? Pile number 2's inner child. What do you want to tell them? Okay. Justice, upright. Page of Pentacles. I can't show that. I'm going to... Okay. Justice, upright. There's balance. There's thoughts. Balance with your thoughts. Okay. So Justice. 3 of Pentacles. I'm not going to show that bit because YouTube does not care for that. Okay. So 3 of Pentacles in the upright position, working together in collaboration with someone, doing work together. And notice here's again drawing. This person's drawing. Do you see that? Now, they're drawing a full life, a still life, a nude, but they're drawing, right? So what do we say about unleashing your creativity and just scribbling and drawing and allowing yourself to just have fun with it, right? So here we are again talking about collaboration, but again, seeing the drawing. Okay, I'm going to flip that over just so YouTube doesn't get mad at me. And then 8 of Wands in the reverse position. 8 of Wands is generally about energy coming in. Fast-moving energy to help you, moving along, motoring along. There's a motorcycle moving really quickly. But in reverse, slowing down, okay? So your inner child is letting you know that everything is going to balance. The love, care, and connection that you didn't get will still be yours, okay? All the things that you are meant to get, you will still get. You are still destined to have. You have not missed out on anything. Okay, it's just a little later than you were expecting, but that's okay. Divine timing is a real thing. Justice means everything will be balanced. The karmic scales will be balanced. Allow yourself to have fun and take your time. There's no rush with the 8 of Wands in reverse. There is no rush. There is no need to rush. There's no need to jump straight into it and give everything up and catapult everything on its head. There's no rush, okay? Take your time. Take it slow. Enjoy the process. What's on the bottom? The Emperor. Yeah, take responsibility for your life. The Emperor runs stuff. The Emperor is the leader. The Emperor runs his empire. Again, no gender in my cards. This is the energy of the Emperor. It does not have to be masculine. You could be a masculine. You could be a feminine. It doesn't matter. The Emperor is the energy of get stuff done. You get stuff done. Okay, the Emperor just gets stuff done. He's the Emperor. If he was a lazy Emperor, he wouldn't be Emperor for very long. Okay, if he's the Emperor, he makes sure stuff gets done, but he takes care of his people. He takes care of his empire. He takes care of those who are in his care. See how he's carrying the Ankh, right? The Ankh is about everlasting life. It's about the continuation of life after death. Okay, and we see here the crown. We see the horns of like the ram, the stubbornness. The Emperor can be stubborn, as evidenced by the horns for the ram. The Emperor can be stubborn, and it does look like the throne he sits on is made of stone, solid. The Emperor can also sometimes be unyielding because he's the Emperor. But in this case, what I feel like, if it's saying take your time, what I feel like this is asking you, instead of being the negative attributes of the Emperor, I think they're focusing, your inner child is focusing on the one in charge, feeling like the one in charge of your own life, the one in charge of your own decisions, your own experiences. You are the one in charge, right? If you're giving other people permission, okay, so essentially that's it. When you're giving other people permission to run your life for you, you're giving your power away. You're an adult. You are capable of making decisions and dealing with the consequences of each decision. If you take action that does not work out well, it's just a mistake. But mistakes are meant to be learned from. That's meant to go, well, that didn't go the right way. That didn't work out the way I was hoping it would. Okay, well, what did I mess up? Where did I go wrong? And where can I improve that next time? How can I fix that and do better next time? What didn't work? Treat it like a science experiment. What didn't work? What element did you put too much of one thing? Did you put too much of another? Did you put too little of something? Where'd you mess up? And then just keep trying until you get the right formula, right? So you're being asked to allow yourself to take charge of your own life. Allow yourself to make mistakes. Allow yourself to learn from them. Allow yourself to grow from them. Allow yourself to be the one who decides what you want, not someone else deciding what's best for you, but you decide what's best for you. And then when you mess up, fix it or learn from it. Every mistake, if you learn from it, is not a wasted mistake. It's only a wasted mistake if you continue to repeat the same thing and cause the same situations and then go, I don't know what happened. Well, you know what happened? You already knew that didn't work and you did it again. So of course you got the same outcome you got last time because it doesn't work. So learn to do something different. Learn to take a different action. If you want a different outcome, you're going to have to take a different action. But that's what the emperor would do. The emperor won't just sit there, oh, it didn't work. I guess we'll just keep doing it. The emperor runs stuff. He's the emperor, right? So you figure out, okay, what's not working? And what can I change? How can I change something? What can I tweak? What can I change? What can I make different? How can I change? How can I look at things differently? Okay, take better charge of your life, pile number 2. All right, any other messages from this deck? No. Any other decks? Any more messages from the inner child of pile number 2? Here, okay. All right, this is the Light Seers Tarot. All right. What messages from the inner child of pile number 2? Oh, hit the floor. Hang on. 7 of Pentacles in reverse. You're getting impatient about something. Either you're getting impatient about something or you have not yet planted seeds for something. Okay. What else? Pile number 2 from your inner child. Okay. Hierophant. King of Wands. Excuse me. Page of Pentacles on the underside. Okay. So the next message for you, pile number 2, okay, is 7 of Pentacles in a reverse position. You're waiting for something to happen and it has not shown, it's not grown yet. 7 of Pentacles is having planted your seeds. Okay, we can see here, he's planted his seeds. He's putting the energy into something. It's beginning to grow, right? With a reverse position, your inner child is letting you know, listen, either you're getting impatient, you've done the work, you're waiting, you've put the energy and you're waiting for it to grow, it hasn't shown up, or you're not putting the energy in. Maybe you stuck your seeds there, but you're not doing anything. Maybe they're still sitting in the dark and you haven't put any light on them for them to grow towards. You have to put your energy. See how the energy is coming out of his hand? Do you see that? The energy is coming out of his hand towards the plant, right? He's cultivating the energy from his palm. He's developing it from within and putting that into the thing he wants to see grow. So pile number 2, whatever it is that you're wanting to see grow, you're not putting the energy into the thing that you want to see grow. Okay? It cannot grow if you don't put the energy into it. If you don't put the work into it, if you don't put the effort into it, you're not going to see a yield for it. This is part of the lesson for you in order to get to this elevation, to get to this enlightenment up here, this aha. It's ascending the stairs. It's growing. It's moving forward. And it will bring this joy, this excitement, this happiness. But you have to start taking the steps. If you don't take the steps, you'll never get there. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with but a single step, right? If you never move towards the thing you want, you'll never get any closer to it. You have to start taking small steps in the direction, small bits of energy into the thing that you want to see show up for you in the world. And that will be how you start getting there. But you're being asked to put the energy into it. King of Wands, intensity. King of Wands, about putting like big energy, roaring like the lion, knowing what you are capable of, knowing that when you put your mind and energy into something, it will show up. Your inner child, I think, is trying to let you know that you give up too easy. Because Page of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck in the reverse position. The Page of Pentacles is about learning things, being the apprentice in the world, being young and willing to open and learn stuff. But in the reverse position, it says apply what you've learned. Use it. Apply it. Whatever it is you've learned as the apprentice, take that and start using that knowledge in your physical world. Get interested, get excited, put the energy in, get intense about it, want to make it happen. Decide that you know how your energy can be used and you're going to go for it and take those steps towards the future that you want. Given that we started with unleash your creativity, I think your inner child is saying, listen, you can do these things. If you want to be a creative person, you are capable of being a creative person. If you want to make your income through your creativity, you are capable of doing that. Just start small. Don't quit your job and just jump into it head first, because now you've put too much pressure on yourself. Now it's no longer the joy of creation, but rather, I have to make this work. If I don't make this work, I've just ruined my life. And you've put all that pressure on yourself. Instead, take small steps towards where you want to go. Small things. Start with creating just a little bit. Start with, making things and maybe donating them to something local to get your name out there. People go, oh, that's such a lovely painting. That's such a lovely poem. That's such a lovely whatever. Who did it? Now your name starts getting talked about. Whatever this is that you want to do that's creative, take small steps. Put the energy into it. You will never be known for your creativity, your art, your majesty if no one ever sees it, if it just lives inside your head. No one will ever see it, and you will not be known for that. Your life will end with no one having ever known that little tidbit about you. Don't let that happen. Your inner child is asking you, let your creativity out. They're screaming, let me out. I want to create, let me out. Let them out. Small steps, little steps. You can get there. You can do it. Create your own life. Okay. I don't believe in coincidences. So when I picked up that deck and that card was left behind, it was meant to. I was going to say, don't remember you are the emperor. Don't forget you're the emperor. You run your life. But you get the Ace of Cups. I'm getting chills, like just all over chills. The Ace of Cups is about when you start to put that love into yourself, you will feel so good. Your cup is going to overflow. You're going to be so filled with love and connection and just passion about life. Right. That's the other thing about the King of Wands is about passion, intensity, but passion, the excitement, the energy, that I really want to do this. I'm so excited about this. It feels so good. I want to do it. Get the passion for it, because this is going to be what fills your cup. What makes your inner child feel so seen and validated and loved and acknowledged and witnessed. By allowing your inner child to do these things, to create these things, you create this abundance of good feelings within yourself. So pile number 2, let go. This is a rite of passage, okay? It's just staring at what could be and saying, I don't know if I could get there. I don't know if I could take that step. I don't know if I could do that. But you are being called to move from the previous, to move from the old into the threshold, through the threshold of this new experience that you could have, and allow yourself to transform into this creative being that you really truly want to be. If you do not take steps towards that, you will never cross the threshold. You will never move from the old life of drudgery and storms and drama and unhappiness and no. You will never move out of that into this beautiful, creative, connected space that you so desperately want. Take the steps. You can do it. Baby steps. You can do it. Before you know it, you'll look back and realize, oh my gosh, a year from now, you're going to look back and go, I can't believe I waited so long. I can't believe I held off for so long. I could have been doing this all this time and I waited. For what? 2 years from now, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how much different my life is. 3 years from now, oh my gosh, it just started with one little thing. And then it became so much bigger. I had no idea I'd ever be here. One small step. Okay, pile number 2. Allow yourself to find that joy and the happiness. Okay? So, if you are interested in getting a personal reading to delve into your issues individually, link is in the bio, link is in the description box about how to get in touch with me to get a personal reading. If you liked this video and it resonated for you, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Maybe leave a comment about how it helped you. Subscribe to the channel. All those things help get these messages out to more people who need to hear them. And that's what we want. We want people to hear this message. Okay. And yeah, until the next time, keep letting go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Love and light. Bye. If you chose pile number 3 and the little green warrior minifig, this reading is for you. So let's first talk about the minifig. So this is the only minifig who's wearing a mask. Okay, and this is the only minifig who's decked out in weapons, ready to fight, ready for battle. Okay, so this right now tells me a little bit about your inner child. Feels like they have to hide with the mask and feels like they have to fight. Your inner child might actually be in a fight or flight mode, might still be in nervous system overload and an inability to get out of fight or flight mode. Okay. What card did you get? Let's see. Sadness. Yeah. So one of the things I've learned in this journey is that anger is often a mask for sadness. When we are angry, when we are ready to fight, it's usually the emotion that is protecting the sad part of ourselves. The part of ourselves that was hurt, was let down, was disappointed, was attacked, was demeaned, belittled, unappreciated. And that version at its core is actually really sad. What it wants is peace, love, connection, acknowledgement, kindness, compassion, empathy, all those things, but it didn't get it. And so what happens when we don't have our needs met, especially when we're a child and we don't have another way to have those needs met? Because when we're children, the adults in our lives are the ones who are supposed to meet our needs, our emotional needs, our mental needs, our physical needs, our spiritual needs, our personal needs, all those different things. The adults, the caregivers in your life are supposed to be the ones who meet those, who teach you, who develop those things for you, as well as community. I mean, that also is where you have good family members and extended family and, teachers and gurus and coaches and things like that who all help develop those identities. But if a child lacked those things, of someone who is able to help them, there's going to be a deep sense of anger, of injustice in, the idea of, why didn't I get care? I'm angry. I'm going to fight back. I'm going to put on my armor. Okay. Armor. I'm going to put on my armor. I'm going to protect myself. I'm going to put on a mask of anger and disinterest and sarcasm and pessimism and passive aggressiveness. I'm going to put on all these masks because what I'm doing is actually armoring up and protecting the part of me inside that's actually really sad. But I can't let anyone know I'm really sad for whatever reason, whether the caregivers around you when you were sad punished you for that, or whether you were mocked or made fun of, or anything that would just increase that pain sensation from that sadness of expressing that emotion, and you did not get empathy and compassion in those states. What's going to happen is anger, because that is the armor that sadness wears, right? That is how we protect ourselves. We lash out, we get angry, we protect, but it's really, we're protecting our sadness. Okay. That's pretty heavy to start out the gate. Pile number 3. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here getting this advice, because your inner child is being very vulnerable with you right now, being very honest and very vulnerable. Okay. All right. Inner child of pile number 3, experiencing sadness and anger. What messages do we need to hear, please? Here. Interesting. Okay. This is, what deck is this? The Archangel Animal deck. Okay. All right. Pile number 3, inner child of pile number 3. What do they need to hear, please? Thank you. First card out is Dove. Archangel Bokeepi. I have not heard of that archangel before. With the dove, spreading messages of peace and harmony. Okay, what else do we need to hear? Please, inner child of pile number 3. Thank you. We have the eagle, sees opportunities courageously. Same archangel, very interesting. One more, please. Pile number 3, please. Okay, I guess you get 2 more. The badger, bring your life into balance. Archangels Mary and Sandalphon. And then llama, set clear boundaries and enforce them. Archangel Chamuel. All right, let's get into it. With hyena on the bottom, dare to be different. Archangel Jophiel. Archangel Jophiel is actually listed in my angel oracle as honor your beauty inside and out. Honor who you are, honor your beauty inside and out. So I think you're also being told by your inner child, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be unusual. You are, I'm getting chills. And I'm getting this big emotional reaction. I'm feeling this big emotional push and this warmth in my heart. Dare to be different. It's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique. It's okay to be different than what other people want you to be, because you're beautiful the way you are. You're beautiful for who you are. You're beautiful for the version of you that other people don't get to see. You're beautiful for the version of you that is the real you. You are beautiful on the outside because you glow from the inside. Because you're inside, your personality, your whole aspect, you're a beautiful human. And you need to see that. It's okay to be different than other people. It's all right. Okay? So your other messages are spread messages of peace and harmony, seize opportunity courageously, bring your life into balance and set clear boundaries and enforce them. So pile number 3, the boundaries one I'm not surprised with. Okay, I kind of expect to see something like that. If you've had a childhood where you are sad and you are angry as a way to protect your sadness, as a way to protect your sad versions, we often will self-sacrifice for the benefits of others, hoping that they'll give back love, hoping that if we give, they'll give in return. Because we've often been told, do unto others how you'd have them do unto you. So we do unto others the way that we wish they do unto us, with the expectation that they would do unto us, because they're also doing the same thing of do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. The sad part of that is not that many people live that way. They might have heard the phrase, do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. But what actually happens is through projection, they do unto you what was done unto them. They will project that onto you and cause you pain and suffering because that was what was done to them, and they haven't dealt with that. So they're not doing unto you as they would have someone do unto them, because everyone wants to be treated with kindness, empathy, compassion, love, connection, understanding. If they're not treating you that way, it's because they don't feel that they deserve it or that they should embody that. And the only way that someone feels that way is by being conditioned in childhood that they are not deserving of that. So they are in just as much pain as you. The trouble is when we give to others too much in hopes that they'll return and they don't, we end up overextending ourselves and giving a lot of our energy to someone else's needs while not meeting ours. So boundaries are very important to set them and say, no. That is too far. I'm not going to do that. I'm not interested in doing that. I don't have the time, the energy, the interest. Okay. I just want to read with Chamuel because I cannot remember what that angel is about. So this card gives guidance, is a card of pure love. It suggests your heart is open, warm and open, so you may let others impose on your good nature and drain you. Decide what is acceptable for you, then it is important to set clear boundaries. As we are all energetically entwined, it may be enough for you to define these boundaries mentally. However, your guidance is to be prepared to enforce them tactfully if necessary. Then you will find it easier to follow your heart and be loyal, caring, and patient with your loved ones and those in need. Remember to find time to see positive friends and do things that make you feel relaxed and happy. This will give you energy and keep your frequency high. It will benefit you to tune into the cosmic heart for love and support. A beautiful message. very much needed. And Chamuel's, Archangel Charmuel, again, it's set clear boundaries and enforce them. Okay, so the Badger also talks about bring your life into balance. This is also something with, again, Sandalphon. If I remember, I can't remember what Sandalphon is for. But let's see. All right, the Badger. Archangels Mary and Sandalphon. The guidance. When you receive this card, it suggests you need to strengthen your aura by building your confidence and expanding your heart. Invoke the great Archangel Mary and ask her to bathe you in love. Then sit quietly to receive it. Breathe in her energy, then breathe it out around you until you are surrounded by a blue cocoon of a high frequency light. I actually like to envision white, but you do you, boo. This will help you to deal with any negativity others send towards you. The Badger also calls you to do service work for the planet. Connect to their energy through this card, and then link to Archangel Sandalphon, the great silver angel in charge of the Earth Star Chakra. Let Angel Mary's love and light flow through you into Earth and direct it through the ley lines. Picture them becoming golden and radiant. The Badgers remind you to bring your life into balance. This may be to draw your leisure and work lives into harmony, to share chores in your home, or to bring your masculine and feminine energies into equilibrium. Then you can fulfill your purpose with joy. Okay, so no surprise there. Your inner child is asking for you to give more love, more connection, more understanding, to see yourself with more love, to see yourself with more connection, to allow you to strengthen your aura, strengthen your boundaries, your energetic boundary around yourself, right? Because that's the same thing as setting boundaries. You're setting clear boundaries with the llama, but with the Badger, you're also setting an energetic boundary. By creating the bubble of energy around you, you actually create a barrier between the energy of the world around you and your internal energy, which helps to keep the negativity out. I actually used this myself many, many, many years ago now. Somewhere around, I think 2007 is when I tried this. And I was going through some major health issues and my medical professionals could not figure it out. And someone suggested to me, maybe it's that you have, your stress is too high and you need to meditate. And she suggested surrounding myself with a bubble of white light and allowing it to be a barrier between the outside world and my world. And that any negativity any negative energy someone wants to send my way will hit the bubble barrier and roll off the outside. And any good stuff, like any negative stuff, will roll off the outside. Any good stuff is like sunlight through a window where the light can come in, but any sand or grit or debris is going to be stopped by the glass of the window, right? Same idea, that this bubble is going to allow any positive energy, any love, any connection, any, all that good stuff through the bubble. But then any negative stuff, any, low vibrational, garbagey stuff hits the bubble and rolls off and doesn't come towards you. So this is an excellent, excellent thing that your inner child is giving you to help you create more balance within yourself and to not be pulled into the emotions of other people. Let's see what the eagle has to say. Okay, this card is of the visionary who focuses with clarity and awareness on the objective. You are advised to be very clear about what you want to achieve or manifest. View it from the most enlightened perspective so that your intention is for the supreme good. Be watchful and aware of everything that is happening. Remain motivated so that when you are ready for action, you will move fearlessly and tenaciously. Treat challenges and seeming setbacks as opportunities to raise your game. Constantly remain calm, centered, and serene, no matter what you are presented with. When you do this, you will always stand in your power. People will see your majesty and will respect and honor you and your vision. Be aware of your own divine splendor. So, pile number 3, you're also being asked to notice how freaking awesome you are. Okay, that you are so much more than you give yourself credit for, and you have much better ideas than you are giving yourself credit for. You're a visionary. You're capable of seeing lots of different ways to approach something that other people haven't thought of. That's beautiful. But you're not giving yourself credit for that. You are much more capable than you know. And I think it's because you carry this sadness where people have told you that you're not capable, and you believed their horse crap. Or as my son has been saying lately, that he got from the Wild Robot, male bovine excrement. It's male bovine excrement. I'm sure you get the reference. It's just nonsense. You are not incapable. You are fully capable of doing all of these things. Give yourself a little bit more credit. You see a lot more than you are letting on, or that you are letting yourself believe. You are a visionary. You can see greater things, and you're so much more capable. Give yourself the opportunity to try things, to be brave enough to give it a go and see what happens. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be attempted. Okay? Now we get to the dove. Your guidance is to take deep breaths and center yourself on the out breath until you feel calm and tranquil. Fill the cells of your body with pure peace. Hold out your hand and imagine a gentle white dove landing on it. Listen to its soft coo and allow it to open you up to a serene and loving way of being. Let your energy fields glow with peace and harmony. Think of people and situations in your life that would benefit from your light and visualize them being bathed in it. Plant new seeds of kindness, love, cooperation, or whatever is most needed for the highest good. Notice what changes occur. When your energy fields contain the keys and codes of peace and harmony, you become a catalyst for transformation wherever you go. All right, pile number 3. So right there is telling you how to get out of the sadness, how to get out of the anger, how to take the mask off, okay? It's allowing yourself to be bathed in that light. So now we've got these two, okay? These two telling you the same thing. Feeling that bubble around you and filling the inside of that bubble with the white light. Not only do I imagine a white light bubble around me, I do 3 times a day. I have an alarm set on my phone and on my watch to remind me 3 times a day to do the pillar of light exercise, where I sit and I imagine a bright white light shining down, like a beautiful, warm, sunny, just makes you feel loved vibe coming from this light, shining down over my head. And it's almost like an opening opens up in my head, like, and it's like a hole opens up in my head that just allows the energy in my crown chakra. And I just feel it drain all the way down through my body and where it gets to the end of my toes, and there's no more room for it to go. And it just starts filling up and backlogging. And so it fills up my toes, and it fills up my ankles, and it fills up my legs. And I go all the way up until every cell in my body is embodied by this beautiful white, loving, warm, loving, compassionate energy in every single cell of my body, and all the way up until, like, down through my fingertips and all the way through my hands and all the way up my arms and through my shoulders and all the way through my body. And usually as I imagine it coming to the top, I can kind of feel it like filling up until it goes whoop, boop. And then it's like a feeling of, oh, it's full. And then sometimes I'll continue to imagine that light is coming down and cascading over me back into the ground, and then filling the ground and Mother Earth and Gaia with that same beautiful, warm, loving, energetic light. Sometimes not, but I do that 3 times a day. And when I do that, it actually does help me to find peace and harmony within myself. It's why I do it every day. And the more I do it, the more centered I am, the more high vibrational I am, the more I'm able to burn away all that negativity that I've picked up from the world around me, so that I am just now bathed in that beautiful, divine, warm, loving energy. And that way I am more capable of giving that to other people. And sometimes, like the card says, I will sit in meditation and imagine that that warm light that's within me, that's now filling every cell of my body, is going to someone else. I'm imagining the person I'm having conflict with and allowing that energy to enter them and to transform them and to let them feel better and let them move through their negative emotions. You don't have to, but if you're working through some of the sadness and this anger, sometimes forgiveness is the best way to get there. And you don't have to let the other person know that you're forgiving them. It's for you. It's so that you don't carry that anger, resentment, and pain anymore. You are choosing to let go. You are choosing to forgive whatever it was and let go of it, so it's not harming you anymore. There's a meme that I love where it shows about holding on to anger is like holding on to a hot coal. You keep holding on to it, expecting the other person's going to douse it out, but all it's doing is burning you. They're not feeling it at all. They're not affected by the fact that you're being burned by the coal. Only you are hurting. So drop the coal and stop burning yourself with it. Let go of the anger and resentment so that you can stop dealing with the pain and suffering that comes with holding on to something that is painful to hold on to. Release it, not because they deserve it. Okay, I want to make that clear, because some people don't deserve your forgiveness. Some people's actions are so terrible, they don't deserve forgiveness. But do it anyway. Because again, you don't even have to tell them, I've forgiven you. It's so that you are no longer carrying the pain of resentment, even if they don't deserve it. You don't deserve to have to be continuously harmed by what they've already done. You're keeping yourself in that pain and entering it over and over and over and over and over because you're holding on to it. Let that go. Allow that peace and harmony to come in. Allow that bubble to be set around you to keep the energy outside of you. Allow yourself to bring into balance between what your needs are and what the needs of other people are. Allow yourself to have those boundaries and say no when you mean no. Say yes when what you want is to say yes. Allow yourself to be a little bit different. Allow yourself to be unique. You're meant to be anyway. Okay, what else does our pile number 3 need to hear, please? Okay, yes. Okay, Light Seers Tarot. All right, what else does our inner child of our pile number 3 want to say? Yeah. Okay, your inner child is trying to tell you that this is a lesson right now that you're going through, that you're coming to the end of, but because you're coming to the end, you don't know what to do. You don't know what to do. You don't know what choice to make. You've got the Hierophant in reverse, okay? This is either about refusing to learn the lessons or not learning the lessons. This is repeating the same cycles, going back and repeating them. With Two of Swords, because you don't know what choice to make. You're not sure what to do. You're not sure what action you're supposed to take. But with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, what they're saying, your younger child, your inner child is saying is choose love. Choose love. Whatever choice you make, whatever action you take, it should be from a space of love. Whether it's loving self or loving another person. But when we are loving ourselves, we are loving other people by loving ourselves first. You can't save yourself by putting the oxygen mask on another person if you're going to pass out before you get it on them. You must put your own mask on first before you can help those that you love, because it does not serve anyone if you pass out before you can help them. You're both going to pass out then. You must put yours on first. You must take care of yourself first. You must love yourself first. You must do what is best for your inner child's well-being first. And then when you do, it is very easy to give love to others. That's the Ace of Cups, right? It doesn't show it in this one. Listen. Okay, I'm going to read the rest of the message. I'm going to say what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to read the rest of the messages because I'm already seeing some good messages here, and I need to tell you about them. Okay, so Ace of Cups is about filling your cup to the point that it is so full of love and emotion that it overflows. And the overflow is what you give to others. The overflow is because your cup is so full, it's no big deal. Your cup is so full, there's so much extra, it's abundant how much love you have. And when you have an abundance of love, it's not a problem to give any of that excess away because it's excess. You have more than you need, more than you actually need. Okay? But if you're not filling your cup, you are depleted and you're trying to fill other people. You're trying to give to other people from an empty cup. How is that working? You're depleted. You're exhausted. How can you give to someone else if you're absolutely exhausted? This is saying you are part of the lesson that you're having a hard time making that choice, knowing what to do, is because what you're meant to do is to move from love. What is the most loving thing I can do? And now loving someone does not mean bending over backwards and acquiescing to their demands. That's not loving. Their soul is meant to grow. So sometimes the most loving thing we can do is just let people go. Let people know what the experience would be without us. If they act like we're so, what's the word I'm looking for? Dispensable? Replaceable? If they behave and treat us in a way that we are replaceable, then maybe they should understand what they are giving up, right? What it is that they would lose if they decided, oh, you're replaceable. I can get rid of you. You're replaceable. I'm hearing the song Irreplaceable by Beyonce. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can have another you in a minute. Matter of fact, he'll be here in a minute. Don't you ever for a second get to thinking you're irreplaceable. That right there is the same bullshit that got you to where you are. Acting like you have to perform in order to still be chosen. Acting like you have to perform and meet a need because don't ever think that you're irreplaceable. I could replace you in a minute. I could have somebody else here in a minute. That's bullshit, narcissistic bullshit. Okay? Male bovine excrement. It's bullshit. Okay? You are not replaceable. The people that say that have no idea how powerful you are, how much you improve their lives. So let them see what their life would be like if you were gone. If they're going to call their bluff. Call their bluff. You are not irreplaceable. You are one of a kind. You are different than anyone else. You are your own unique person. And sometimes people have to realize what the hell they would miss out on if they actually chose to let you go, if they treated you like you were worth nothing. Let them miss you. Let them know what life would be like if you weren't available for them anymore. Sometimes all people need is a swift kick in the behind to be like, hello, are you seriously ruining such a good thing because you're prideful? I mean, so this also goes to you. Don't let yourself ruin something good because you're moving from a space of ego and pride, from your space of pain and wounding, from your anger, your masking, your sadness. Instead, move through a space of love. When we love ourselves, it is easy for us to give love to others. When our cup is full, it is easy to give more to other people. But we must first fill our own cup. We must first take care of ourselves. We must first give ourselves the care and connection and support and acceptance and honoring and witnessing that we so desperately want someone outside of us to give to us. It does not come from outside of you. It must start from within. As within, so without. That's the phrase. As above, so below. As within, so without. Things that are in above, you need the light and the brightness and the sunshine and the happiness. But that's a direct reflection of the darkness and the heaviness and the lowness. Okay? As within, so without. The way that you experience your inner world will be reflected to you on your outer world. The way that you experience your sensations on the inner world will be reflected outside of you. Your reality is a reflection of your inner experience. So if your inner experience is, as we saw with the card sadness, and as we saw with masking and anger with your minifig, if your inner world is that, your outer world will reflect that back to you. You will have more experiences that create sadness, more experiences that create anger, more experiences that create fighting and armoring and protection. Okay? Instead, I'm just hearing a song like lyric. I put my armor on. You'll see how strong I am. I put my armor on. I'll show you that I can. I'm unstoppable. I love the idea of I'm unstoppable. However, you don't need to put your armor on. You are I'm getting chills. You are unstoppable because you're not going to let anybody stop you because you have good boundaries, because you give to yourself, because you honor yourself, because you replenish yourself, because you love yourself. You will simply be unstoppable because of how much you believe in you. Not because you've put your armor on and protected yourself from the slings and arrows of other people who are slinging around their pain like it's like it's goo. Like they're just flicking it all over the place. Flick my pain at you and flick my pain at you. And I'm going to flick my pain at you because I can't deal with all this pain. Don't take it. That is their inner world being reflected outside of them. They are reflecting their pain that they don't want to heal. Okay. You have that pain, but you can move through it. You can honor that inner child by giving that child the love that they've been desperately looking for the whole time. That acceptance they've been desperately looking for the whole time. You do not have to fight. Under the anger is sadness. So deal with the sadness. Deal with the emotional pain. Deal with the lack of being seen, acknowledged, validated, heard, witnessed. Deal with that and give that to that inner child who is desperately waiting for that. That's how you give love to yourself. That's how you give connection to yourself. That's how you make the choice to do the work, to learn the lessons. That's how you come into the peace and harmony. That's how you come into the balance. That's how you come into boundaries. That's how you do all of those things by honoring that you are who you are. And it's beautiful. Now, I said I was going to say the message that's underneath. So Ace of Cups. Underneath is the Queen of Cups, being open and receptive to the emotions that can come to you. Underneath that is the Nine of Swords in reverse position. Let go of the fears, the worries, the stresses, the anxieties, the things, the stories you are telling yourself in your head that keep you in a space of pain. Let go of that. Justice in reverse. Those are those injustices that you keep telling yourself about, the pain, the times when the people have been unjust and unkind to you and they hurt you. Stop telling yourself those stories, because that is what's keeping you stuck in the spot you are. That's what's keeping you from moving forward and keeping you from having collaboration and connection with other people. What you want is that love, that depth, that 10 of Cups, that happily ever after. In order to get that happily ever after, in order for things to change, you need to let go of your judgment, okay? You need to allow yourself to move with the turning of the wheel. And it all begins with self-love, okay? If this is a new journey for you, oh, they just said give you a healing card. Okay, sorry. Your guide said no. Wait, not yet. Okay, healing card for you. What's been the best thing for your mental health lately? Get specific. What is it that you're doing that makes you feel really good, that gives you good mental health? It might be the meditation, it might be the self-love, it might be the activities. Whatever that is, get specific about what it is and do more of that. Because when you do things that are good for your mental health, that is good for your heart, it's good for your love, it's good for your connection. They said also give you a somatic exercise. So we're going to do that too. Okay. Oh, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique. I've done this. This was hugely useful to me when I was going through panic attacks. The 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 grounding technique is a mindfulness practice commonly used to assist individuals in reconnecting with the present moment and handling feelings of anxiety or stress. So you begin with 5 things you can see. Look around and see 5 things around you that you can identify in your environment. Pay attention to details and color. 4 things you can touch. Focus on 4 things that you can physically touch, feel their texture, and notice the sensations. 3 things you can hear. Notice 3 distinct sounds in your surroundings. It could be the rustling of leaves, distant voices, or any audible element. 2 things you can smell. Identify 2 scents in your environment. It might be the aroma of food, nature, or any other prevalent smell. 1 thing you can taste. Bring awareness to your sense of taste by identifying 1 thing you can currently taste. It could be the aftertaste of a drink or a lingering flavor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 technique. I can tell you this has worked in the middle of panic attacks. I have used it in the middle of a panic attack to help me get out of what was going on in my head, cycling me around and into my physical environment. So again, it's 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. Bring yourself back into the present moment. When you're back in the present moment, you're not caught up in the pain spiral. You're not caught up in the sadness spiral. You're not caught up in the emotions, the memories, the thoughts that cycle you back to those emotions. Bring yourself back to the present. Okay? All right, pile number 3. I hope this helped you. I hope this gave you the advice that you needed. If you are interested in getting a personal reading for your personal situations, that information is in the link that's in my description box. And you can follow that link and send me an email. We'll set up a reading. I do it over the phone. I do it live over Zoom or Messenger. I do it as a recorded reading. And if you are in my area, I also do it as an in-person, if we can set that up. Okay. So if you are interested, let me know. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Maybe leave a comment about what resonated, what didn't, how it made you feel. That helps get the channel recognized, and it helps to get more people to see these messages that might need that might need to hear this advice. So if you could help me out, I'd really appreciate it. All right, guys. So until next time, keep letting go of the things that are holding you back from being your best, your greatest, your most authentic you. Love and light. Bye.